Welcome everybody to the Pull Up Experience Podcast Edition.
What's that?
Today we are on episode 51 because just when y'all thought it was over, it ain't. And just like the end of a sentence is a period, but you know, when you got a little bit more to say, you use a comma. What better way to start off our second half than with Comma Club Code then, because it's never over. Whether you get money or continuing your story or just out here making a difference. This is the man you definitely need to know in the city of Cleveland and worldwide. So shout out to y'all for tuning in. But without further ado, I want to introduce y'all, or actually I'm going to let him introduce himself. Tell people who you are.
My name is Real Sailor, better known as L, or CEO of Comma Club Clothing.
Alright. So, let us know a little bit about what you do. Where you at in the city? What's going on?
I got a storefront. It's 185th, close to the Lakeshore. I got an event space next door to my store.
Nice.
I got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, jogging suits, kids t-shirts, kids jogging suits in my store right now. I'm just in the community trying to help out you where I can.
I love it. So the name Comma Club it strikes you, and everybody wearing it, obviously. Like it's a staple here, right? But tell us the story behind the name, because it's more than just
a name. It's a story behind it. So in 2003, I got falsely arrested and convicted for aggravated murder. My best friend was involved in the murder. They didn't know who the second accomplice was, so they just framed me for the murder. And they said that I actually committed the murder. I wasn't nowhere there. So when we got found guilty of the crime, my best friend told him the truth, like that he committed the murder and somebody else was there, it wasn't me, and they still sent me to prison, sentenced me to 28 years to life. So during my 15, I was exonerated after 15 years. But during my 15-year bit in there, I just felt like I wanted to come home and do something different. I didn't know when I was coming home, but I already had just made plans, like when I do come home, I need to have something different going on. So I created, Comma was like an acronym at first, creating opportunities, making more achievements. Something I want to bring on to the youngsters, like do something positive, show them you ain't gotta go to jail, be cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I came home and started selling t-shirts, as cool as I was before I left. You know what I'm saying?
That you were able to overcome that and make a difference in the community, because that's how I met you pretty much. Tim Lewis, who will be on the show soon. Hey Tim.
Black Godfather.
Yes, right. truly. So I met you through Tim, and I learned a little bit about your story. And at the time, you know, he was explaining to me about the good things that you were doing and what you were putting together. And then I had a chance to sit down and talk to you, and I was basically saying good stuff that you were able to overcome that. Now, I do have a question about that.
Sure.
Realistically, you know, a huge part of your life is taken away, and not just yours, but the people who love you. And I know that you came home and you hit the ground running, and you've been making a difference ever since. But did you hold on to anger and resentment? I know that you're positive, but realistically.
No, for sure. Like I tricked myself out of a lot of ways of being bitter. Like some of the guys that came to court lied on me. I made it my business not to remember how they look. So it's like if I ever got out, I wouldn't let my emotions control me if I seen them guys somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to see pictures of them and stuff like that. And then I was angry at a lot of people during my time in prison. But once I finally got back to the county and I knew it was real, the night before I went to court, I just had to talk to myself, like, and ask God, like, man, can you remove all bitterness against everybody? Like, I want to come home with a clean heart, you know what I'm saying, a light heart, like, and I want to be there for my kids. I can't come home angry and be good to them, you know what I'm saying? So, like, everybody that abandoned me, left me, or lied on me, or did whatever while I was in prison, like, I came home with a clean heart, like, yeah, I ain't got no smoke with that.
Yes, I do. I really do. Because, you know, we hear about stories such as yours way too often. You know?
It's a lot.
Yes, it's a lot. And I know that you're working with that. I know that you are out here in the community and trying to make a difference and trying to get these young men or young ladies released. And that's one of your goals and what you're into. So I always think, you know, I mean, I know you gotta feel it in your heart, like, oh my God, but the way you overcome, yes, but you have absolutely overcome, you know?
I think that's probably why God, you know what I'm saying, been looking over me in favor, like how he has, like I came home like, man, I ain't mad at nobody. I'll let life and deal with them on their own time.
Yeah,
I ain't got time.
One of my patients said that exact thing to me today. He was like, no matter what happened to Jesus, did he ever get mad? Do you ever remember hearing anything in the Bible that he got mad or angry?
Because how it is like you would be mad and you would be ruining your energy around you, and the person you mad at out living their life.
Right.
They ain't thinking about you
At all.
You sitting over here huffing and puffing, they somewhere kicking it, drinking, smoking, laughing. You mad.
Right. Very true. Very true.
So now I just try to make them more hard so when they see me, they mad.
That's what you do.
That's what's up.
So Comma Club, was that something that you thought of while you were incarcerated, or did you get home and put that
No,
together?
I was in prison. It started off like, it was like a music thing. I had a couple of young cats that I met in prison touch from my neighborhood too. We was gonna start a record label. I was gonna be the CEO. And then, rest in peace to my guy Moon, who's the face of the label. He got killed. So it was like, it threw me off the whole music thing. I already had, my kid's mother had a t-shirt print company. And she gave me 20 t-shirts. Like, wasn't home. I gave me 20 t-shirts. I mean, it was on from there.
That's dope. That's dope. That's that team. That team. Put that team together. Put something on your mind and you ran with it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, how long have you had the entrepreneurial spirit then? Because you said you already were making it. Yeah, and the whole idea of creating
My whole
opportunity.
life, like from a youngin', like, it's, I mean, it ain't bad to say, but it was like school never really caught on to me because it was like they teach you how to be perfect. Even at that age, I was selling candy, I was doing all type of stuff for myself. It was like I always had an entrepreneurship, so it was like that's what made it easy for me to move into the street life. It was like, all right, I'm running my own boss, I'm running my own situation. And then when I came home from prison, it was like, I can't work for nobody. After what I just seen and been through, people telling you come and go, sit down, sleep, eat, it's like, no.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's a very good way to put it. A very, you know, just make you think. Like, yeah, you don't want to listen to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that been either in prison or especially guys that been exonerated that was actually innocent, and you would get that same vibe, like, no job, man. Like, because in prison, like, everything is totally controlled by them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can come to you, turn your light off, turn that light off. You gotta turn that light off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do this, don't do that. They come through at night. When I was in one prison, like 10 o'clock, TV gotta be on. In your own cell, your own TV you paid for. I'm a grown man, somebody tell you to turn my TV on. So like, I ain't never listening to nobody.
I know that's right.
So when you first started, did you just go door to door with the t-shirts, or you just came
No,
home like, this is my welcome home, give back?
Oh, I'm like a well-known person from my neighborhood, so that's where I started at. But one thing I learned, and I always tell up-and-coming entrepreneurs, like your family, your friends, they gonna see your vision last. And if you ain't aware of that, you will stop doing what you're doing because your family, your friends ain't approving of it, ain't supporting it. If you're doing something wrong, sometimes you gotta go somewhere else. So when I had them 20 t-shirts, I'm thinking I'm gonna sell them all in one day and 1 hour right here on the block. I'm gonna pull up and everybody gonna buy one. It wasn't like that. So it was like, okay, man, I gotta go to the next block, the next block. So I would just pull up where everybody was at that I knew. And some guys, I just give them free t-shirts. Guys that had like nice old school cars, I tell them put it on their front seat of their cars, and you walk past their car, you'll see my shirt. Just different tactics.
That's a good tactic.
Pretty much
I
I use my street sense in a business form. That's all.
I love it. A lot of people forget about creative marketing. That's what it is. So when you transitioned to the storefront, how was that? How did that go?
I was out my trunk for like 2.5 years.
So you went straight Master P, pop the
Yeah.
truck on?
I would post up in my neighborhood in St. Clair, so I would be like on 141st when the block jumping. And I'm out there, they doing their 1-2s, dice game, they hustling.
Right, you got me.
My trunk pop. My trunk pop, and I'm selling t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm showing some of the youngest, like, I've been out there all day with y'all. I made this much, you know what I'm saying?
Pause it for 1 second. I'm So sorry, y'all. Hi, ladies. Welcome. How y'all doing today? Sorry about stuff everywhere. Be careful. Come over this side. How y'all doing today?
What kind of slushes you got today?
I have tropical. Oh Lord. We have tropical and pina colada.
Life ain't over. That's the best way to start. Like if you already got a little hustle in you, build a business. Street smart.
It's not ready.
Street smart better than book smart when it comes to building a business.
It's not
You know what
ready.
I'm saying? So you gotta highlight that.
Hello, pretty. Thank you. We
We
should be wrapping up here in about 20 minutes, and then
I think about that then.
See what I'm saying? So it's like,
maybe
real.
20 minutes
for
after
me,
that, I'll
like
give y'all
most of my
half.
clothes, people don't understand.
Are y'all in the area?
Clothes just sit
Mhm.
on work
Okay.
out.
Y'all can
You
get
know
it for
what I'm saying?
half
That's
off.
how I'm
Okay.
used to it.
All right, thank you.
You're
Search is more
welcome.
important than see them and be like, oh yeah, like you got a comic book.
Yeah, that's exactly how I found out.
Alright, here we go. Were you in the middle of a question? Or
No, I was just talking about the fact that he was selling how he was selling out his trunk, and the idea that people think book smart beat street smart when it comes to business, but street smart, it killed a hustle already, right? And like he said, you already kind of know what to expect, you know how to move, you know, you find the fiend and let the fiend tell the block, you know what I'm saying, what it is. So he kind of already had that mentality of you ain't got to sell dope, but you're like a dope boy almost. And
Pretty much.
it's nice to be able to highlight that because a lot of people think like, oh my God, I learned what the books say. But like you say, the books don't teach you how to be a boss. They teach you how to keep their businesses going. They don't teach you how to start your own.
I got a
Yeah.
question.
I'm sorry then.
Yes, I got a question for that. In my experience, people that have been in the streets and then they get legal and they are doing well at whatever they do legally, it seems to be maybe people that they were associated with or people that they used to be in business with don't like.
A lot of people,
Have you experienced that?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's
definitely.
super weird though. Like,
No, because a lot of people, I look at it like some people don't respect elevation, and then some people just they don't know how to tolerate it. They don't know how to, everybody don't know how to support it and be welcome in. And then some people come from bad households, they ain't
Yeah,
been raised
yeah.
to be,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, congratulations, you know what I'm saying, like.
Unknown caller.
That's my phone. I turned my phone off. Damn it.
Turn it
I'm so
off.
sorry. I apologize. I did turn my phone off.
Well, why we take this time, y'all?
Oh,
This is a quick
because my business
commercial
line
break.
not on.
This is a quick commercial break. It's time to shout out our sponsors. As y'all are able to see, we are making money. We are getting slushies. It's hot outside. So if you are in Cleveland or very close, make sure y'all stop by 4425 Mayfield Road,
You
South
still
Cleveland,
got up
Ohio. South Cleveland, Ohio, 44121. We are at 2U Wines filming today. And of course, it never stops. One thing that we love is we got hustlers on our team. So we're going to always get to the
Right.
bag and make sure that we are still servicing our customers as we are servicing you guys in the community. Always save me a black top. That's the Beneficial Bay Cabernet. Y'all know I kind of renamed it myself. Green top is Riesling. If you a little fancy schmancy, but we got all type of flavor sangrias. We got the wine slushies going. We also do wine tastings here, private events, and everything else that you may need. So that is one of our official sponsors. We also want to shout out All Occasions with Kanisha. If you guys need any party,
You did
event,
your thing,
rental,
Kanisha. You did your
supplies,
thing.
Yes, it
she
was
always does. She don't miss. Now, before we get back, I really want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting our 50th episode. We love y'all and we appreciate all of the support. One last sponsor we definitely want to shout out before we Zoom our episode is Comic Club, of course. They are located off 185th. And if y'all are ready for the party, make sure y'all hit them up. They specialize in providing a space for birthdays, holidays, receptions if you need one, repass if you need one. Anyway, y'all need to be outside, gather, and love on one another. Definitely hit up the owners of Comic Club. It's literally right by the actual store. But make sure you continue to support because as we are highlighting, they have a wonderful cause. They are continuing to do great work in the community. And now we got to get back to the show.
Bam. Sorry. Sorry.
It's that 14%, y'all.
That 14% will get you, truly. Yeah, I was saying, you know, I see that, and the older I get, that is something that I'm realizing. And you don't want to necessarily give a person a pass. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to say, oh, they're doing this because this happened, or they're doing, because you can't necessarily give people a pass, because there comes a time when you have to take responsibility of your own self, accountability, and not keep blaming what happened to you in the past. But it's something that I'm learning, like, you do have to take into consideration how a person was raised and how a person was brought up and their life.
Yeah.
You know, and you just can't expect everyone to respond or behave the way you do. You just can't. Putting expectations on people will definitely get you disappointed, period. Because to hear you say that people lied on you, and I don't want to continue to talk about the negative, but that's deep.
And I asked the guys come to court.
That's deep.
Two, I've never seen a day in my life.
Damn.
Like, never seen these news out. I'm talking about like one single day, like, they even came there, looked me in my eye, was like, yeah, I seen him kill my friend. I'm like, I don't even know y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's wild.
It's like, so, that just showed me, like, people can be, like, just spiteful for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing if you want to tell what you saw, but to allow them to trick you to lie,
Yeah.
Right.
make up something, like, send somebody in prison, like,
Send somebody to prison.
you know you lying, and you know the outcome is that I'm going to jail for the rest of my life.
Right.
They still did it.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. But you have prevailed. We got Comma Club Clothing. What is the name of the event space?
We ain't made a name for it yet.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
next to my storage, so they call it Comic Club Space, but we ain't made a name for it yet. I just got a non-profit I just started called Comic Club Community.
Nice.
We're gonna be doing events with like kids that got incarcerated parents and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get into the reentry game where I can have some set of where these guys come home to, like, so most guys come home from prison, they don't got nothing. Or they got something they forced to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? It's like they probably got some girl that was writing in prison, they gotta go home, they got nowhere to go, so they going to hurt, but he ain't comfortable with her. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, the way the law set up now, where if you a felon, you can't be on certain leases. So like you got a family that live in a certain area or certain like public houses and stuff like that. You can't be on a lease because you a felon. You know what I'm saying? So they forcing these guys back to the streets.
Right.
Yeah, it's just it's set up to be a revolving door.
Yeah,
Period,
so.
point blank. Always has been. You know, so but I do want to talk about and touch on still is you helping out the youth. Because I reached out to you about the program that does toys and everything for youth that have incarcerated parents, Angel Tree.
Yeah.
And that's just, you know, we don't really too much think about that. That these kids and their single moms or their dads taking care of them, or a family member and their parents are incarcerated, or one of their parents is incarcerated. And what Angel Tree basically does is they collect brand new toys, coats, whatever. Money, yeah. And they provide for these kids. They provide gifts and everything at Christmas. Yes, they bless them. And it's not trash gifts either. It's not something they just threw together.
Right.
Like they're really looking out for the children.
Clothes, everything.
Yes, everything. And I had reached out to you about that because I wasn't sure about how that's something that I felt passionate about and that I wanted to participate in, because we think about, you know, all kind of things, shelters and everything like that, but that's something that's kind of on the low. It's not, a lot of people don't know about it, and I think it's a wonderful cause.
It should be bigger for real, you know what I'm saying? And see, me, I'm one of the ones where, like, I talk to the streets, like, because I'm still in tune with the streets, so be like, I'm around guys, be like, if you and her together every day, and then you go to jail, like, that means it's a void in her household. And for you to be there with him, with that person every day, you should know that already.
Right.
You shouldn't even be talking about or ask, you know what I'm saying? You just already, like my dude bought his kids shoes once a week. He in jail now, so I know, like, them kids ain't getting shoes once a week now, so he's like coming with a pair here or there, like, something like that. Like, just give it back to the one that they can't be for themselves sometimes. And I feel like the kids always be the ones to pay the price. Like somebody in prison. And I was, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately, I was gone for 15 years. My kids, they left, when I left, they was babies like 3 and 6. I came home with teenagers. One of them grown, graduated, had kids already. So they had to, you know, go through life without me. So I know how to go.
So I know, you know, we all hear all the time, everybody in jail say they didn't do it.
Right.
Everybody say they didn't do it, right? So when you were in that situation, how many people would you say that you met, if we were going to put a percentage on it, how many people would you say that you met that you in your heart felt like they really didn't do this?
It's too many.
Really?
It's too many. I see this, and this is where I come in at, because I'm more of like an outspoken person, so I be speaking for the people, but like, wrongful conviction is out of control. Right here in Cleveland alone, people don't know, it's like, on count, like 15 of us, all the wrongful convicted and being exonerated in Cuyahoga County. 30, I'm the baby of the bunch. I did 15 years, the rest of them 20. Charles Jackson, 27 years, Ricky Jackson, 39 years, EC3, 20 years, you know what I'm saying? It's like, the list go on, but it ain't being spoken upon because it's like, if I come home and talk about it, I'm supposed to, because I've been in prison, I won't do that. So what I'm trying to do now is like bring people aboard that don't got no leg in the game. Ain't been in prison, ain't got nobody in prison, they just want to know why it keep happening. Like, why is it so big? Ain't nobody saying about it.
I think that it's, oh sorry, I think that is big because it's really a system in place. I mean, it's a way to, they putting them in there so money can be made. And now they privatize them, it's really big.
Not to cut you off, but it's like our prosecutor's office in Cleveland, I don't know everywhere else in Cleveland, like, they've been the same people in the same system for decades. So when the newbies come in, it's like, we got a system, that's how we work.
Right.
You gotta fall in line.
That's fall in line. Damn.
It needs to be like more diversified. So when I go speak at like colleges, I do motivational speaking. So I go to colleges, high schools, junior high schools, and I always encourage them to do like, no, be a prosecutor, be a judge, like, because we need more of our kind on that side of the fence. Like me in my case, I got convicted, and every witness on my case said it was 2 light-skinned dudes. Mind you, my co-defendant the same complexion as him. And the whole time we sitting in trial side by side, and they like, it was 2 light-skinned dudes.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, how do I even make it this far?
Right.
Like, how the prosecutor's office didn't see this beforehand, like, he don't get the description, they still went ahead with the case.
They don't care.
But, you know what I'm saying? I'm a prime example. And this crime happened at 12:30 at night, like on a side street. Like, man, how am I light-skinned?
Right.
And I got convicted as a light-skinned man. Like,
Wow. A lot of people don't know, too, that I used to work downtown at a company that did demonstrative evidence for trials. And I can remember the first big case here. I don't remember what his name was, but I think he did like 25 years and he got out. And we did the demonstrative evidence for his attorneys to prove, to exonerate him. And I was like, I think he got like $1 million. And I was like, $1 million? You know, and I'm saying this to my manager, right? I'm saying this to my manager. I'm like, $1 million? So that's my point. A lot of people don't know that certain states don't, it's not a law that you get anything. So it's only certain states.
Like our prosecutor right now, he publicly like spoke upon like he don't think people should get nothing. So right now,
wrongfully convicted.
Yeah. So right now, like you get like a state compensation and a federal compensation. One you suing the state, one you suing the city. So they got it right now. Like if you win in the state, whatever they pay you, when the city pay you, you gotta pay the state back their money. Like,
what?
Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
Oh
it was either take that or don't get nothing at all.
Right. Damn.
And then, because I've never thought about even the idea of being compensated, but it makes sense because 15 years, just technology alone, like, because you got to come back, I assume, and go through, okay, this is an iPhone, this is a MacBook, this is Instagram, oh, you already do it all?
Yeah.
Because that is a lot for somebody to do. Like I said, one guy had 30 years.
39.
Man, 40, that's older than my whole life.
Yeah, a friend of mine just passed, he served 46 years.
Yeah.
Wrongfully convicted.
Come on,
They
man.
retried him at 82 years old while he was sick. They retried him for his case.
I seen that.
Killing his wife.
I seen
I
that.
saw
And
that.
it wasn't him.
It wasn't him. I was here for the whole trial. I seen everything they put down. They tried him, but every witness on his case was dead. So they used prosecutors to come in and read the transcripts. He won the case, you know what I'm saying, but he wound up passing.
Well, right.
Shortly after, you know
And then
what I'm
they
saying?
give you nothing. Like your life
Yeah,
was
man.
nothing.
And there's no offense to ladies, but I, as a man, I can't reconcile my mind losing that amount of time with my kids, with my family, and then not saying not amount to anything, but the fact that time our time is
That's what
gone.
they're saying though. They're saying that
that's
your
what I'm
life
saying.
amounted to
And
nothing.
that's
Yeah.
wild. And it's breaking my heart. Like you read on numbers, like I'm hearing 49, 30, like that is crazy.
I just
And
came
then
back. I just came back from they have I came home through the Ohio Innocence Project. They have like a national innocence network that all over the state. So every year they have a convention, and it be like exonerees from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Like people like Amanda Knox, on familiar with her case.
Yeah.
All of them be there, and it'd be like you would be surprised that this goes on everywhere. Like older people, a lady I know, a lady I just met in Arizona, she did 27 years. She's in her 40s. You know what I'm saying? She did 27 years. Had her own house, company. You know what I'm saying? It's like the system just broken for real.
Right.
They make you
Really
fight
is.
for so long.
That they hoping you give up.
They want you to give up. I want to give them up.
I know that's right.
So all right, let's touch on that because like I like thinking myself as a positive dude, but bro, I ain't that positive. So what advice would you give somebody who might not be going through some to that extent, but like to stay positive, let's say entrepreneurship or just positive overall?
Oh, that's where the comic club come in at. Like the continuation is like you just never can give up, man. Like I believe in never giving up. Always keep fighting. Always keep in mind that somebody else is gonna do something 10 times worse than you. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, like count your blessings. Like some people be like, you know what I'm saying, my lights off, right with your gas on. Like, you could have been both. You could have been homeless. Like,
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just count. Like when I was in there. I'm doing time from a crime I didn't commit. I got a life sentence. And it's like at the same time I'm walking around with my chin up because I'm calling home, my kids straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there for guys that can't even call home. I'm on the range with guys that sell their phone time. Every time they come around, they sell their whole phone time. They ain't got a soul to call.
Nobody to call.
They 10, 15, 20 years in, they ain't even think about no phone. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't really be thinking about it till you right there with them. Like, damn, bro, you ain't got nobody to call. They like, oh. So it's like, shit, I'm blessed. Even in my time of worst. Like,
So where do you see Comma Club going from here? Like, I wanna talk about where you see Comma Club going, and as far as your nonprofit that you're starting and what you want to do on a personal level, on how you're, helping the community and doing big things as far as putting the word out here about just staying positive, like you just told us.
Comma Club, like, our vision overall is to turn my clothing line into a clothing label. I wanna be big enough where I find different resources and different markets where I can come back and bring it here and you know what I'm saying, and put everybody else on. So it's like right now I feel like just us buying our own shit matters.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
like,
all the time.
you know what I'm saying? Like I just believe in us buying our own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
we spend our money with the masses and they ain't looking back.
Right. That's a fact.
Like you can spend.
Pockets fat though.
And my people get, and I ain't anti-designer. I'm just anti how they look at us. Like,
Yeah, that's
I ain't
real.
against what they got. I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying? It's like they don't fuck with us. Like every rapper that scream Gucci and like a Miri all day, like you go on their page, they don't post none of them rappers.
Right.
They don't even follow.
Zero. Right. Zero.
If you go on Gucci page, they don't even follow none of the rappers. Like,
Right.
They ain't gonna repost. Then y'all come to the city get mad at us because we ain't support y'all.
Right.
Then you gonna blow your money in the wars. Like, I ain't with that. So like, me myself, like since I've been home, I wear all black and white merch. You know, wear my merch or somebody else's merch. My homeboy, Jordan suit, quantity. I just feel like I ain't giving my money. I'm cool. I am.
I still want
You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta have all that stuff. I'm gonna be cool. So, and I'm trying to lead by example for the youngest, like to show them like you don't gotta risk your freedom and your life for that stuff. Like, you can go spend $10,000 in Saks and go to jail tomorrow. You can't call Saks and be like, hey,
Right.
you blow 10 bands in Comic Club, I'm coming to get you personally.
I know that's right.
I'm coming to
That's
pick you
the
up.
real
Like,
thing.
I would be to get you personally. I would find you out personally, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on that type of
Yeah.
and once you get into that mode where it's like, we just all speaking with each other.
Yeah.
I just want Comic Club to be a part of that. Like, that's it. I just want when it's all said and done, like, man, bro, you've been on it.
I agree. Comic Club. I feel bad. I don't know what I got on right now. I'm like,
It's
damn.
good quality. I mean, I like it, and it's coming. It came at a time when that's what we all do. We all like to chill in our athletic wear. We all like to have on our joggers. We all like to have on our t-shirts. It's good quality. I love a hoodie.
I was blessed. I was
love
blessed.
a hoodie.
Yeah. I was blessed to open my store up in the middle of COVID, like dead middle of like I had caught COVID, and, like opening up my store, getting it remodeled, caught COVID in the process. It was like I was blessed. I seen big name companies shutting down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Here I am opening up right here where I'm from. The store that I got, I used to. When I first came home, I used to go there. I got my first cell phone out of there, and then the cell phone store left. Well, I was getting from there. I was in prison. But now I'm in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got a little sentimental value.
I'm about to say, yeah. I'm about to say that's you said ironic or whatnot. You said now I'm doing my own thing out here. So let me ask you this. So for let's say someone watching right now, and he's coming home, and he's like, I got these dreams about how I want to do this and do that. What advice would you give that person right now?
Go be around the people that's gonna help your dream, man.
Oh.
Go be around the people that's gonna help your dream.
Bam, 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 bam.
Just real talk,
That
man.
is
Like,
real.
if I would have came home and I only would have been subject to the people I know and that I'm used to, I wouldn't be sitting here with y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took me to be welcoming other rooms, other people from other places, and being able to, oh yeah, I pull up, or yeah, I go there, I go there. It's like I learned different things, and it made me like, all right, them people still in the same position.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna even bother them. Like, I ain't gonna forget about it, cut them off, but I'm gonna go do me, come back, whoever want to go, the door open. Like when I came home, a lot of people from my neighborhood, a lot of people from the city weren't even doing clothes. And I ain't knocking nobody, I ain't saying who did it first or nothing like that. Like I only saw 2-3 brands when I came home at 18.
Yeah.
Now 18 to right now it's like probably like 100 to 200 brands.
Wow.
And I made it where a lot of street guys was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, Bill came home, he's selling clothes. He was like, he's selling clothes. Like, yeah, I got clothes, bro. Like, take no front of nothing. Like, I'm gonna feed my kids off these t-shirts, these hoodies. Like, I would be out 2-3 in the morning riding around the hood because I know it's getting cold. I know the youngsters out here, they want to buy hoodies. I got a truck full of hoodies. Like, and so it was like, I made it, first it was like, damn, what is he doing? And then it was like, damn, it's working.
Right.
Like, damn, I'm on in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, and some guys behind the tell me like, bro, I would have never thought about selling no clothes, bro, but I saw you made it work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I be a part of that.
Inspiring
Yeah. So,
So as far as Comic Club goes, and I know you said you want to see yourself making a label, and you support other labels. So do you want to have like an umbrella of designers up under you? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I like it.
like just I wanna be able, when I get, you know what I'm saying, enough cheese or enough resources to be able to go out and find the best quality of merch, and then be able to come back and turn other entrepreneurs on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give you all my resources and that I got to get you the best merch. And now our people don't got no excuse. So right now somebody be like, oh man, the merch cheap, it ain't this and ain't that. So like we all got the same level of merch that Ralph Lauren and everybody else got. Now you don't got no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Now you just being a label word for real. It's like your people got the same level of merch. What's the problem?
Right.
Do you see a change since COVID as far as us supporting each other?
Hell yeah, I love it.
Yeah, me
Hell
too.
yeah, I love
COVID
it,
did a
man.
lot of bad, but it did a
I
lot
love
of
it,
good
man.
too.
I love it, man.
It did. It forced us.
I love it. It made us pay attention to who next to you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And before it was all about like I gotta get up here where they at. And it was like, when everybody got on the same level, it was like, oh, I didn't know you was that cool. Like, see, now that we both stuck here, it's like, oh yeah, I didn't know you was that cool.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I'll
true.
be over there by your wine now.
Right,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's how. So COVID helped us out a lot for real. I don't even know why, because it brought everybody to the same level. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go on the same. You gotta wear a mask, I gotta wear a mask. You can have 10 million, I can have $1, and you gotta put a mask on.
Yeah.
And these people telling you got to. Now you know how it feels how somebody control everything.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, you can't come in here. You ain't got a mask on. Like, man, I got $10 million. Oh, signs say no mask.
Right. I didn't think about that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's very
That's how
true.
prison is. Like, that's how prison is. Like, once you in there, once the door closes, it's like, I don't care who you is. Everybody got to be in their cell at 10 o'clock. You can kick ass, you can shoot, you can kill, you can have millions. Boy, it's like 10 o'clock is count time. Everybody got to go in this cell.
So I got a question. So for a person who wants to start their own clothing line, what would you recommend first? Because I know I've heard some people say you gotta find the right quality clothing, or some may say design. What matter most? What do you think the most of the things someone needs to do when they're breaking a clothing line?
Create your brand, like create who you are behind the name of it. You can have your brand taped to a napkin. If it's I can sell a comic club napkin for the day out. Like, you have to create your brand.
That's dope.
I see people that got 10 times better merch than I got. Like, material and everything. I be checking. I be like, oh yeah, you got some fly shit. Like, then I see later on half price.
Right.
Because it ain't sale. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have a brand. You gotta have.
That's so true.
And you gotta also believe in it. Like, a lot of y'all guys got these brands on. I be seeing y'all out. Y'all be having y'all merch on, man. Like, I don't care who in Cleveland. I'm coming in comic club. I ain't got on comic club. I got on one of my homies' merch. Like, I don't care where I'm going. Like, that's how I be feeling. Like,
It only makes sense.
because I believe that, you know, if it's in you, ain't gotta be on you.
That's the title.
That's the topic of your show. We got you. That's it right there. That's the topic of your episode. Yes, we definitely were excited and are excited to have you on. Your story is so inspiring, and to see you come from that, you know, not be bitter. Right, you know what I'm saying? Not be bitter, because I've been like, oh, all the time.
I've been blessed and stuff. I've been in movies. I'm on Tubi and Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been blessed. So it's like, I don't got time to be mad at nobody. Like, when they turn their TV on, or they go outside, they gotta see comic book everywhere they go.
That's what you do. That's it right there. That's the move right there. That would have been another good.
Hey, we got a couple of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we talked about a lot of things tonight. We went from how you came to where you at now. So let me ask you this: what are 3 things you want someone to take away from interview tonight?
Say it again, your last part.
What are 3 things you want someone to take away from interview tonight? We covered so many things tonight.
First and foremost, like I said before, family and friends ain't gonna see your vision. Keep pushing forward. Don't let them throw you off. Don't let them distract you. If they with you, they with you. If you selling tissue on the corner, they with you. They gonna support you.
They'll be with you.
Second, never give up, man. Like, whatever you're going through in life, Comic Club stands for it ain't my story ain't over. It's all our life is our story. So it's like whatever you're going through, if you able to get up in the morning, God put a comment on your story. So just keep pushing and try again.
I love it.
And then last but not least, hustle till you can't hustle no more. Whatever you're doing in life.
And you already touched on it. I'm trying to move questions since you've been gone, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
You've been doing an excellent job. I've been watching all that.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So I have a question.
Shout out to Nikia for being there.
But I asked our guests, like, what the legacy you want. You touched on it earlier, but I want to reiterate. What is it that you want Comic Club to leave behind? Like, when people think about Comic Club going forward after you go, what do you want them to think about this year?
That I truly believe in just being who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do what you think everybody else thinks is cool. Like, just be who you is. Like, I drive a Honda CRV. I got rich friends. Now I ain't thought about I gotta break and get a Bentley or get this and get that. Like, oh, like I move behind it. Right. I wear comic club $20, $25, $30 t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I go everywhere and have fun with everybody. Get the same respect, or even more. So it's like just be you.
That's great.
That's great.
Couldn't have said it no better.
I was about to say get no better than that. And since Ray Charles is back, she already did our commercials. What was we got your business show coming up.
Why am I getting
May 22nd.
May 22nd. May 22nd.
Going down, y'all. So May 22nd from 3 to 6 p.m. Everybody's invited. Just make sure you go on RSVP at beneficialbay.com. Yes, it's a business shower, and I know you're probably like, what's that? So, y'all know how we celebrate every other occasion in life, from baby showers to wedding showers to housewarmings. Well, I outgrew the house. It's time to move to a bigger space. I'm having a business shower, and just like y'all be buying all that stuff for the nursery and all that stuff for the house, I want desks, I want bookshelves, I want Post-it notes, whatever you got for me, bring it on. If you go ahead and RSVP though, and you actually are showing up in person, just come and bring yourself, because you already sowed the seed into my working capital fund, and it's just gonna be a vibe. We gonna still have everything all the way down to the bomb meatballs, y'all. It's going down next Sunday from 3 to 6 p.m. Once you RSVP, you will get the address, because I don't want y'all just popping up acting like y'all love me. I need to see, because you know people don't know how to support you, so I'm telling you exactly how I like to be supported. So it's a more of a money where your mouth is, investor only event. But it's a great way to show how creative financing and building your business can go. On top of that, y'all, since we at the part where I like to talk about good black business, I gotta shout out my girl Nakia Hudson of 2U Wines. We are here today filming 4425 Mayfield Road, South Beach, Ohio. The wine slushies, which she just put up, as you can see, we're on that thing. Baby, it's something different. On top of that, she actually hand makes all the wines here. Yeah, she sit down and ferment it all until there's none left. She actually has vegan wines available, and she does tasting. She got the charcuterie. You can actually a little vibe. Brunch is coming up. Yeah. Make sure that y'all start heading out, reaching out and signing up so we can see y'all in person, because we want to pull up on you right here at 2U Wines. In addition, I got my bro, Not Your Average Agent. If you are looking to buy a house or even commercial space or sell a house, I know who you need to know, and that's my bro, Brandon Gates of, we call him Not Your Average Agent, because
I pay for his advertising.
He about to, don't even worry about it, y'all. No,
yes,
seriously though, one great thing about him is he's not the one that just looks for those who are already qualified. If you are saying this is what your dream is, you want to leave a legacy, you want to actually go roots here, he's all about economic empowerment and growing. He's trying to get 100 homeowners in the city. So what he does is go all the way through the process, from credit building to holding your hand through going to go look at whatever you say you want, showing you the difference of what you want and what you can get, and making sure that we bridge that gap a little bit so that you are pleased with both. And last but not least, Real Sailor of Comma Club Clothing. Now, he already told y'all 185th and Lakeshore. Make sure y'all pull up and go by. He just said 589. What he did tell y'all was all of the merch is affordable. Not only is it fly, but you can afford it. So why not go and support this wonderful black man on his cause? Again, it's not over. That's the biggest thing about the comma. It's just a new era, right? And on top of that, if you need to celebrate any part of your lifestyle, whether it's business shower, baby shower, wedding shower, repast, homeboy cookout and it rained or whatever, because we all know you can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. If that's the case, make sure y'all head to the Common Club Event Center and make sure y'all tell them Beneficial Bay, the Club Experience sent y'all. Oh, Kanisha, my last one, because how could I forget? When it comes to party event rentals, whether that's tables, chairs, the marquee letters, the big old card boxes, whatever you want to make it pretty.
Set up at Common Club.
Man, she don't play. When they come to the city, she gonna make sure that you fly and actually memorable. She did our 50th episode, and she continues to do like every single thing in the city. She definitely got it on lock. So Whether you got a regular club, strip club, your mama house, your grandma's church, she got you covered. Don't even worry about it. Did I miss anything, y'all? I think I did.
Social master. Don't forget my social.
Social master.
She's back, y'all. She's back.
I am back. What's up? Now, y'all know I don't play when it comes to paper flyers and business cards, because y'all know how y'all is. Y'all have the best intentions when y'all take it. If y'all don't call or use it right then and there, it go in the pocket or the bottom of your purse. It's gonna go in your wallet. You gonna see it again and still be like, dang, I gotta call her, and don't call. So we are eliminating that. We have the credit card type of business card. It has a QR code on there. Somebody to scan it, get your information, add you directly to their contacts, open up your website or whatever else. Even have your cash app ready when they say, oh, I ain't got it on me. Don't win trip. Make sure that you guys get you a social master card. All of these links will be in the description below. And last but not least, because I remember one more, because I could not forget them, all of our behind the camera fam. We have Angie of Where's Arlo. She is like the human drone when it comes to seeing very bold editorial style shoot. If you want a photo shoot or anything like that in the city, she's the one you need to hit up. And if you want any type of event photography, videography, merchandise, filming and things of that nature, you definitely got to hit up my guy Steve, because he is out of this world. He is at Alien Eyes Photo, and he is the one you absolutely need. I am. Hey, I'm glad that he is. I think that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything?
We just want to thank Elle for great episode.
Where's she going?
She real good. She real good.
My bad. It's been a while. It's my first episode. Period. No, I definitely got to make sure we shout out those who support us and continue to support us.
And all black businesses, though.
Absolutely. All black businesses.
Yeah.
I love that.
We got to get into the habit of celebrating the ones that do support and not down talking the ones that don't. Like, don't even give them acknowledgement. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, these people that I've known my whole life, they don't even own comic club. I still speak to them, shake their hand. I ain't got
Right.
Because somebody over here got it on 7 days a week, so I'm not going to be giving you no thing to do.
Right.
Celebrate those who support you.
That's a whole gem right there.
Very well put. Yes.
Can't end no better than that one, y'all.
Yeah.
Episode 51?
Episode 51.
51.
Consistency, y'all. That's what consistency looks like.
Yes, thanks for sitting with us.
Yes, thank you so much.
And we'll see y'all next time, y'all.
All right, peace.
Bye.
I love it. That was a good episode.